friends, it's Lydia with Paint and Create with Lydia. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well, having a great day. Today I am working on this little project. I had already started it for another project, but then I decided, wait, that gives me an idea. I don't remember what I was going to use it for, but guess what I'm making? I'm taking a little shim, painting it black, and that's going to be a little brim for my hat. So, and the top was already painted black. I just touched it up because I had a few scratches. So, yes, I am making a snowman face. And that's like a jar shaped, like a mason jar shaped piece of like MDF board. So I'm drying that up, and then I decided instead of just painting a face on it, I thought about, should I stencil a little something on it, you know? And then I thought, I am just going to use a piece of scrap paper, and it had like writing on it. I looked for music sheet paper, but mine was too small. So I'm just laying it on top of that little surface and kind of just creasing where I need to cut it. Just so I don't have a big piece of paper to work with. How many snowmen have you guys made already? I love snowmen, so I've been making a few. Go check out some of my other videos. And if you're not already following, I want you to subscribe and also hit a thumbs up. I am new to this YouTube world. I do have a page on Facebook. It's Paint Party with Lydia. But I don't just do paint parties, so I decided to change my name a bit to Paint and Create with Lydia. I am adding here some Mod Podge. Now, I should have added a heavier layer because I am not using tissue paper or rice paper. I also ended up, because it's a gloss, I just wanted it all to be cohesive. But I should have added a little bit more of Mod Podge because the scrapbook paper is a little thick. So I noticed, just filling in some of the edges there, it did bubble a tiny bit, very little bit, but I think if I had used a little bit more Mod Podge, I wouldn't have had that issue. Just drying it before I sand off the edges. And I am sanding off the edges here, but I noticed my little gator sander is kind of dull, so I needed to change the sandpaper on it. And my left arm still hurts, the muscles, for some reason, for about more than a month already. So I changed to a new little piece of sandpaper, and look at that. Much quicker, much easier. We got to work smarter, not harder, right? So, sorry I'm off frame here, but I'm just sanding all the edges off. And there we go. And now I'm going to take some distress oxide, and I forget what color it is, and just kind of inking the edges. And also a little bit on the surface. And that was the little shim. I also decided to put some Mod Podge so it can all be, you know, look the same. In the end, I do sand it a little bit because I wanted it to look a little bit more worn and weathered and not so shiny. Oh, okay. I had needles there because I wanted to use a little bit of like liquid glue, and of course mine are clogged up. So I think I went through 2 different glues. So I'm putting in a little needle inside the little opening, and that didn't really work well. So I ended up opening up the jar and using a skewer. See, it wouldn't come out no matter how hard I tried. So I opened the lid. In the end, I could hardly get anything out of it. And I used a skewer. I used a skewer to get in there and get some glue on. And then I'm going to use my hot glue tool as well for the quick bond, avoiding those areas of glue. And there we go. Put it at a little bit of an angle. Wish my shim was a little bigger, but that's okay. Actually, I could have moved it over to the side a little more because my bow is going to cover that. I am adding another layer of Mod Podge just to protect that surface. And so it doesn't lift, you know, kind of will help keep the paper down. And in case something spills on it, it'll have a little more protection. Doing a quick dry. I'm just trying to push down those little bubbles. So a few little spots bubbled. But I should have used been a little heavier with my Mod Podge. All right, so now I'm looking for carrot noses. I've made a bunch ahead of time for another project, and I made some that were like flat. So I'm picking out a nose that I think will fit. I think I need to make some more noses. They're made out of clay. Have you made any noses? You can use the air-dried clay, or you can use the sculpted clay. Those are the two I'm more familiar with. The sculpted clay does go in the oven. The air-dried clay dries just with air. So, but make some noses. You can make some eyes with it. You can make even the little tiny like coal for the mouth. So I am painting. I decided to do 3D eyes. You could paint them on. You could use buttons, black buttons. But I decided to make it more 3D. So I used the half round beads. So many ways you could, you know, remake this snowman. I am also adding a little bit of the ink around the edges of my nose, so it's not just so orange. And I was just playing with, I have this big snowflake, a wooden snowflake, but it's too big for this project. I need to incorporate that into another project. And I'm going to make a bow. So he's going to have a bow, he or she. It's going to have a bow that I'm going to place on the rim. So I'm grabbing some of my fabric strips. I wanted to add some reds, some greens, a little bit of black. So I'm just going through them, picking out the ones I think I might use. And using my Bodabra. It's a great little tool. You put the string in first on the long way. And you could make it like a messy bow, or you could just make it little bows like this. I hope you can't hear some background noise. I do have my granddaughter here. I'm hiding in a room, but I can still hear them. I apologize for that. And Grandpa just made some turkey noises. So I'm just kind of alternating some of the colors. I love these fabric strips. I bought them already cut up like this. I'm forgetting the name of the company, but you could just Google it. And yep, I probably could have made the bow a little smaller. And you can still make a messy bow out of it if you just cut all the loops. Fluffing it up. Yeah, some of my loops could have been a little smaller, I think, for this project, but in the end, I think it still looked good. I hope this inspires you to make one yourself. And of course, I have to do a lot of cutting here. And I'll be doing more trimming, but just wanted to get an idea where the bow would land so I knew how to place the nose and the eyes. So put your bow first. You don't want to have the whole bow cover your face. Oh, the snowman's face, that is. Boy, I wish I could craft this fast. Alright, doing a little more snipping, and in the end I'll do a little more, but just enough so I know where to place my eyes and my nose. Alright, so now I'm trying to get the placement. Still cutting the bow. Alright, look how cute it looks already, right? Gluing the eyes in. And then I gotta figure out what kind of mouth I want. Do I just want to make dots, you know, with the back of my brush? Do I want to make a straight little smiley line? I have a bit of room down there, you know, so I wanted to take up a little space. Oh, but before that, I love cheeks on snowmen. So I am going to put some cheeks. Oh, I didn't? Or I might have done that already and I missed it. I forget. So I decided to make a wider mouth because I did have the space for it. That way, you know, it would take up a little bit more space. But, excuse me, there's so many different mouth shapes you can make on a snowman. Just touching it up. And decided to make it a little bit longer in one spot. Okay, now I'm going to add the cheeks. Nope. I'm adding a little white for the dry brush to highlight a little bit of the nose. And then I did the same thing in the mouth. Maybe I did the cheeks already. I didn't notice me doing the cheeks. And I have these little letters. I wanted to make a tag, so I wasn't sure if I was going to use my stamps. But I found this little package, and it said joy, and I was going to use the joy. And that's just a little piece of muslin, or actually it's a drop cloth. And I thought I could use joy, but then I saw the kiss me. And you know, you usually have the expected BRR, or you have winter, or snowman wishes, and all that stuff, right? So I was like, maybe I'll use the joy. But then when I saw the kiss me, I thought that's kind of cute, right? A little unexpected. So I decided I'm going to go with the kiss me, and I will paint it. So just deciding if that's what I want, or the joy hanging up. But I think I like the kiss me. So again, I'm inking the little gauze or the muslin. And then I'm going to be painting that little kiss me wood sign. I've had that for a while. Then I'm thinking, could it go there? But I think that bow's big enough. So I'm like, nah, I think it needs something on the other side. Decisions, right? Like I said, you can make this, I could paint the snowman again and do it completely different. You could use a raffia bow instead of the fabric bow. That would be cute too, with like a button or snowflake. I'm getting out a little rusty safety pin. And then I thought, oh, I have stars. Just trying to play around with the things I have. A lot of times I just craft with things I have. That's why I like to have a lot of stuff, but then it fills my craft room to the max, and I have piles, and I can hardly walk around my craft room. I'm always cleaning it. I just spent like 2 days working on it, and it's still not right. It's still a mess. So I could put a button there. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put. I have a heart, a rusty heart, a jingle bell, and all kinds of doodads. All right, I decided I'm going with that rusty pin. And that's just for decor. But I did put the rusty pin, onto that little piece of drop cloth. And I painted the Kiss Me in black. And I'm going to glue that there and just glue the Kiss Me onto that fabric. I think that's cute, right? Kiss me. People don't expect that. Yeah. And he looks so happy. I think it turned out really cute. I hope you do too. If you do, please give me a follow, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment. I would love that. Share this out. I am new to the YouTube world, and I would so appreciate, of course, more subscribers and stuff. Also, check my page out on Paint Party with Lydia. I would love that too on Facebook. So I ended up putting the little snowflake there, and I did, again, distressed it a little bit with my ink, and now I'm sanding, doing a little sanding there on the black. And I decided, you won't see it here in the picture, but I took I was going to put a stencil and put some of that modeling paste on it, but then I decided I just ended up taking some of the, a modeling paste and just putting it on. I'm adding a little snow also, but actually I was using the wrong thing. I have a better snow. It wasn't Snow Text, but you could use that. But I found something better. This one's kind of clear, and the other one right there is a little better, as you can see. So I ended up putting some snow. I think I put a little bit on its nose. Tidying up that bow again. Good thing I'm not a hairdresser. Everybody would have short hair. I would keep touching up until they had no hair left. So adding a little detail there with the